So typically this is how your dear Excel looks like as soon as you open a file. I'm sure you guys and of your age are born with the intuitive skills to understand how to open a file, close a file. So that is something I'm not going to get into. This is what the various tabs in Excel are. Please take a note that file is not a tab, that's the background sheet. So home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review and view, these typically are the tabs that Excel has. The rows and the columns, I say it once again, the rows and the columns have the text alphabet, so A B C D so on, and the rows have the numbers. And wherever in this worksheet area that you go, you see that the particular cell that you have selected is represented by the cell address. In this case it is H, and if you just pay attention, the H is highlighted in the column, and similarly 8, the row is highlighted. So H8 is the cell address, and this is also visible here in the cell address. Now one might be intrigued to know that there are how many rows and how many cells in a typical Excel sheet. So if you scroll down to the bottom of this sheet, and the shortcut to do this is Control and the down key. I repeat, Control and the down key, you get to the bottom of your worksheet, which essentially means that there are 1048576 rows. Now the how many columns? A control and a right key would take you to the end of the number of columns. Now the number of columns appears to be XFT, and it is very difficult to determine from this that there are how many columns. So there is this something called R1 C1. Essentially R is for rows, C is for column. So R1 C1 style of referencing. And what we could do is that we go to the file, go to options, click on formulas, and you see this R1 C1 reference style. And the moment you check this and go OK, the magic works, and you see that your columns, which earlier were letters, English letters, are now reflected in numbers, and the number of columns that you have is 16384. And if you want to convert this back into the original, you just go repeat the entire process again. You go to options, go to formulas, and uncheck R1 C1 style referencing, and you are back where you started with.